Loma loses, my heart gonna break. Tio loses, my heart gonna break. But and so Javon, people have specifically Javon, but people been asking me who you gonna pick? Who you gonna pick? And I'm like,
what is going on, y'all? We are back with the Out of the Bag podcast. Have my boy Chris here with me, and special guest. He is a fellow member of the FBA chat, Ghanaian brother.
Yes, sir.
Deion Moore, what's up?
What it do? How y'all been living?
Man. Cool, man.
All right, man. Doing all right.
It's working. Yeah, staying in the house. Been like that for the past how many months? But yeah, I mean, I did go out last night, but
I saw that.
I didn't go. Yeah, I wasn't going that hard because.
Yeah.
Yeah. To listeners out there, when you after college, hangovers hurt more. So be careful. But yeah, how y'all how you been doing?
I've been cool, like you said, bro. Mm-hmm. Work and home.
Working home.
Working home.
Okay. Before we get into the what we have today, I know you have your own thing, your own podcast.
Yeah.
Cuttin Deep. What is like your what's your target for that podcast? Like, what are you trying to reach? Or like, because for us, we're kind of like a current events, millennial, talk about pop culture type of stuff and give our opinions and debate. Because what's yours focused on mostly?
So actually, as of right now, we on hiatus because Corona hit. So we wanted to make sure that we were able to like put out, because we are a video podcast just like y'all, but we was recorded in our man's Christian's crib. But with the COVID and everything, and then Jonah just had a baby, it's just like it's a lot. But what we're aiming for is to kind of, it's not necessarily current events, but it's these topics that we're always hearing about, and we're kind of just attacking them. And like, I'm a Christian, so we're attacking them for that standpoint and kind of analyzing. For example, we had one on a man, like a millennial man, quote unquote, and kind of how it kind of turned into a toxic masculinity type thing. But
yeah.
It was like how does the world view men? How do we view men? And it's that sort of thing. We had one on is it wrong to be rich? Because that was a big thing. People talking about counting Bezos's pockets and everything. We was talking about how to approach that and everything. So it's we're kind of trying to reach people our age. And because me, Christian, and Jonah kind of think differently than a lot of people our age, we're trying to like give a different standpoint on these things.
Okay, different perspective. That's cool. Because when I listened to your podcast, y'all really get deep into these.
Yeah.
Because I remember
I was about to say, hence the name, bro. Hence the name.
Yeah. The first two episodes I heard, the first one was the Millennial Man. Y'all went into the whole like how a man is, which I related to 100%.
Yeah.
100%. And in the second episode, I kind of disagreed, but I like your perspective on the hip hop and Christianity thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And just to hear a different perspective was very interesting because honestly, that's been a thing for years. Like, So for y'all to address it, even though I may disagree, I like to hear the conversation. So I like what y'all doing over there.
Yeah, and that's really what we want. Like, we know everybody just not gonna be like, oh, that's facts. Everything they say is facts. But like, what we really want people to do is think about what we're saying and kind of take that and form their own opinions on it, and not necessarily, because what we want to get away from is, as y'all be seeing on Twitter, everybody's just groupthink mentality, bro. Like, and so we kind of want to get away from that and have people start thinking on their own. So yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was dope. But now you want to get into this or that.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna base it off my man's Deion. So let's get it started. Now, in the group chat, we tend to have some banter about hip hop. You don't usually get into that type of stuff, and I don't blame you because people I argue with at times.
Bro, people just be pulling up facts. They be like, "Well, this happened in this year, so this happened." Y'all just got this on lock.
Yeah. But I know you rock with Kendrick, and I know you rock with Wayne. Good Kid, Mad City, or the Carter 3.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, why you do that to me?
I got my next victim.
Okay. Oh shoot! Goodness! like if I was on an island, right?
Yeah.
And there was only 3 albums I could take. Mm-hmm. Those are 2 of them. Oh.
Well, out of curiosity, what's the third one?
It's actually a Coltrane in a sentimental mood. Oh, I love me some John Coltrane, but dang, Kendrick. Oh, all right. Goodness, Pete, why you do this? All right. All right. I'm gonna probably have to go to Carter 3.
Carter 3. Ooh, I thought you would pick
that. And the only reason is because that was my first favorite rap album.
Okay.
And so based off of that, I'm gonna give it to it. Even though this hurts. All right, yeah. I'm gonna stick with it.
I feel that.
Okay. I mean, I will go with Good Kid, man. It's a little because C3 was when that joint came out, bro. It was different, but I'll probably go get Kid, Mad City by this.
I can't disagree. And if you ask me tomorrow, I might be with you.
Yeah, I think I'm there with you, Pete. Because like Good Kid, Mad City, and C3 both like both definitely in my top 5, like just all time albums.
Yeah, they do. I
don't know which one's above the other, but right now I'm feeling Good Kid, Mad City.
I don't know if C3's in my top 5, but when it dropped,
bro,
the hype, son. There's like hype for albums. This was in the range of like, when 50 first came out with Get Rich Die Trying.
Yeah.
It was like that. It was like you could not go without hearing Wayne on the radio. It was like he's everywhere.
The only other thing I could compare that to is when No Ceilings dropped. And it was just like you couldn't go 45 minutes without hearing it. And when that drain dropped, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. So I think now I'm not into anime like that. This next one, I actually had to reach out to Javon. And I don't know if
Oh no.
So Hunter x Hunter or Mob Psycho.
Oh, you did it to me. This one might be harder than the. All right. Actually, nah. This one's not harder. This one I gotta go with Hunter. Hunter is my favorite anime. Mob I love, but Hunter, as Chris knows, is 150-ish episodes. I'm reading the manga now, but I think, it's just it. Yeah. I gotta go Hunter. Okay. That is what really got me into anime.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I bet. Now, this next one, Ghana, you're a fellow Kofi. So
yes, sir.
I'm going to bring 2 dishes to pick from.
Oh,
no. For me, Ghanaians that are watching this, for me, this is easy because the other dish I didn't really like that. Wache or jollof.
Oh, come on now, jollof.
Oh yeah, I already know what you want, my Peter.
Yeah, jollof.
And the thing is, so my mom, whenever we going out, she's the Wache queen. She's the Wache queen. So wherever she always had that big, the big silver pot.
Yep.
Been in the family for 45 years.
Yep.
She's always making it. But when you get some good jollof, bro, it's undefeated. It's undefeated.
As a kid, I never liked Wache. I had to actually grow into liking that because I just don't like black eyed peas.
Facts.
I don't like black eyed peas. I had to grow to like that food, but
Don't like
jollof,
black eyed peas.
No, I don't like black eyed peas. Mm-mm.
I don't mind it. For me, it was just kind of dry, you know?
That too. It's dry. But jollof, flavor,
Oh, man.
always good.
Always.
Chicken, goat meat, anything.
Oh, man.
Yep. So that's for the Ghana. Okay, so that one was relatively easy. This next one, however.
Oh, man.
Now, the Lakers won the championship. They did it in the memory of your favorite player.
Yes, sir.
And as you know, your favorite player had 2 numbers. So,
shoot.
Number 8 Kobe or 24 Kobe?
All right, y'all. So that's this episode of Out of the Berg. Dang, yo. I can't do it.
You can't do it?
All right.
I'll go first to make it easy.
Go first.
I grew up liking number 8. That was when a little kid. I grew to truly love 24. 24 will always be in my mind. I love 8. I can always see the difference between 8 and 24 in my head. But 24 was just okay, he's that guy. Not to say 8 wasn't that guy, but it's just in my mind. That's Uncle right there.
I think I'm gonna roll with what Chris said. I mean, I'm Demo 2-4 for a reason. And it's the same thing. We grew up watching 8, of course. But that 24 Kobe, the refined game that he had mentally and at post Shaq personally, that 2010 and 2009 finals, but specifically the 2010 beating the Celtics after they beat us, that one hit different. And so I'm gonna have to roll with 24. But
yeah.
I'll chime in. I'll say this. When he wore number 8, he was a more exciting player. But at that time when he was 8, this was T-Mac, AI, Vince Carter. I like those guys a little bit more than I liked 8 Kobe. So I would have to lean towards 24 because that's when I respected his game and respected his mentality. Because when he was 8 Kobe, don't get me wrong, 8 Kobe was more to me was more fun. It's he was
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I think it was different.
Yeah.
And him and T-Mac had a personal thing with each other. They just like to go at it with each other all the time. But I'll probably have to roll with 24. Yeah, 24 was when it was yeah. Okay, so this next one too, you're a Laker fan, and we know they won a championship. And as you know, you have to have a dynamic duo. Sometimes you have to have a big 3. And very rarely you get one star and he has, pieces to help him win. But Lakers are known for duos. Now, we just saw a duo win the championship this year. And I would like to ask you, AD and LeBron or Shaq and Kobe?
Shaq and Kobe. There's zero hesitation in that.
Okay.
For me, I got 3 out of them.
Mm-hmm.
I got memories on top of memories. Now, if I'm talking about this, to be honest, for me, this championship might have been more fun to watch just because when they won their first 3, I was 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah.
So it was I mean, you're old enough to watch basketball, but you're not really understanding what's happening.
Yeah.
So it was more fun to watch. But there was a time when I love Shaq just as much as Kobe when I was younger. And those two, you ain't going to ever tell me anybody in the history of the NBA to be in that team, the 2001 Lakers. So for me, as much as I've grown to appreciate LeBron since he's been a Laker, and AD's game is crazy, I'm gonna go with Shaq and Kobe.
Okay, I roll with you because, like you said, that was my introduction to actually watching basketball. That first 3-peat Lakers, and I didn't really like Kobe. Wasn't a guy that I really liked at first, but Shaq was like after Jordan. Shaq was my favorite basketball player. He was more fun. He was just so entertaining and all that.
Yep.
So
And
I
he would
like
just physically dominate everybody too.
and he would. No one can stop.
I did a project on in fifth. I think it was fourth or fifth grade, and they was like, "What athlete do you want to meet the most?" My answer was Shaq, and this was not even because of basketball wise, but Shaq just seemed like a fun person.
Yo.
Yeah,
He just seemed like the most fun person,
and like genuinely too. Like,
Yeah, genuinely, like he's just that type of guy. Like Kobe was very like basketball. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Shaq was like, I'm gonna have fun with it. Let's play around. Let's mess around with the teammates. Like the stories about Shaq. Like he walked into the locker. No, was it a practice butt naked?
It was practice.
Yeah, it was practice.
Like yeah,
forgot about that.
Stuff like that. It's just like Shaq is just like a class clown, but he's a dude. Yeah, but yeah, that was that for the this or that. You know, I had to put Deion through some stress.
Oh man,
I'm gonna get more victims. Don't worry, Deion. You're the second. You're the second. I'll get Rel or whoever or Christian on here. We'll do the same thing. But now we have to transition to the Bozo of the week.
oh man.
Yeah. And let me say this. I tried this week to find somebody else because this guy that I'm about to talk about is a nerd. And he is like a guy that let me just make this clear. I'm a LeBron James fan. Like I never get too caught up in this Michael Jordan, LeBron thing where I'm like, F LeBron, I don't want him to win. I want that guy to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
But just because he wins a championship and you think he is the GOAT does not mean you have to disrespect Michael Jordan. Do you all know who this is Michael
I know exactly
Jordan.
Where you're going?
Mm-hmm.
This is Michael Jordan. Now, Nick Wright, you had a couple of tweets this week that I was just like, all right, you're asking for it. You're really asking for it. But this right here, what I'm about to pull up right here, this was the creme of the creme. And like, really, I just be like, with these debates, how far is someone going to reach to discredit somebody? Like how far? Like let me read let me read his 5 reasons for Michael Jordan not being the GOAT, and y'all can chime in with your opinions. Number 1, a total loser without pimping.
That's okay.
Number 2, never once beat Larry Bird. Number 3, could never beat a super team. Number 4, the East was terrible. And this number 5, this is the biggest reach. Everyone won rings on his watch. Now, let me get into some of these points. Michael Jordan, right? His first 3 years, he went to the playoffs, right? Fine. The first 2 years, had a losing record or whatever. Well, first 3 years. This was his rookie year, his sophomore year, and his third year. Now, if I said LeBron James in his first 2 years didn't make the playoffs, he's not the GOAT, how silly would I look?
Very. Very.
How silly would this is that's his first 3 years. And by the way, I don't know who his teammates were in those 3 years. Who were they?
And on top of that, he broke his foot. He was out the whole year.
He broke his foot.
Yes.
He broke his foot in the second year, and he still made the playoffs. And this guy that you said he never beat, do you know what this guy called this man when he dropped 63 on the Celtics? He called the man God in basketball. Listen, man, Nick Wright, I know you love LeBron. I know he's your boy, but sheesh. Like, and this whole could never beat a super team. The points you made for that, I'm like, we need to strip your basketball card. The Orlando Magic was not a super team.
I was so mad when I saw that.
The bad boy Pistons, I respect them, except Isaiah Thomas. I respect that team, but they're not a super team. They were a team with an all-star, with a superstar, a second all-star, and Rough Riders. That's what they were. And the only super team that you may say was a super team was the 86 and 87 Celtics. And I do think your man LeBron, has he beaten a super team like that?
Like that? No. I think that 86, 87 Celtics team is one of the three greatest basketball teams to touch planet Earth. So if he would have beat Warriors with KD, all right, sure. But without KD, I don't know if I could put them there.
No.
Thank you. So knowing this, why are you saying, like, you're just reaching because, you know, you don't like the fact that people are still hesitant to give LeBron the GOAT status? Honestly, I really don't care, because when we're having this conversation, it's about peak. And then about what you did in your first 3-4 years. It's about like peak. Who has better peak value? LeBron's doing it longer. That's a fact. But here's another fact. When Michael Jordan was the best player in the NBA and he played a full season, nobody beat him. Nobody came even close. He stole your heart. That is a fact, Nick, right? So please stop this. I got at Skip Bayless last week because of a silly LeBron thing, and now I have to get you. You are the Bozo of the Week. And I also have to get Isaiah Thomas because he's an idiot too.
Oh.
You retweet this. Huh?
I said what he do this week.
He retweeted this.
Oh.
He co-signed it.
Oh.
And my problem with him co-signing this, you know, the man said the East was weak. So does that mean the Pistons were weak too? you see what I'm talking about? And I listen, Isaiah Thomas, I know Michael Jordan didn't let you be on the dream team. I know it hurts. Listen, if I were you, I would be hurt too. But nobody on the team liked you, bro. Magic didn't like you. Larry didn't like you. Karl Malone didn't like you. No, Scotty didn't like you. Nobody, even your coach. Your coach didn't even stand up for you. I can't make this up. So, Nick Wright, you get Bozo of the Week, and Isaiah. It's a double again, Chris. You got to get the double sound effects. Yeah, double. Yeah.
I feel like this is also for last week with Skip Bayless. It's like the whole contrarian type thing. It's just like they get paid to say like the most wild stuff. They're like just somebody probably like behind the scenes like just I know you already don't really like Jordan, but just say something wild. Say something to like get people riled up.
Say the most outlandish thing you can think of.
Because even being like legit, like none of us were really like there to like experience, you know, like Jordan or anything like that. But like we can go back and like look at the game, see like how great he was, and that's where all the comparisons come into, like saying like, oh, LeBron's better than Jordan or Kobe or whoever. Yeah. And it's just like at the end of the day, each generation just like talent wise is gonna get better. So like So like if we're looking like talent wise, like LeBron might be playing like overall consistently better talent than Jordan played. But if Jordan was in today's world, would that talent equal up to what he's at? I don't think so, for the most part.
Yeah, I don't, and that's the thing. We don't know this, so that's
But just even like looking at, just like you know,
it's looking at it. So
I feel like, and these guys have these capabilities too. But then you get like a Nick Wright and a Skip Bayless who are like super fans of the people who they like, and they're paid to like say these wild things. It's gonna get like those fan bases riled up. So it's gonna be like that, I think.
They got me because I'm giving Bozo to anyone that says anything stupid. And also, I didn't get into this last one. He said Shaq and Kobe won rings under his watch.
That was
that's him dunking. I don't get it. Like Michael Jordan was 38 and 39 years old playing for the Wizards. I get that. That's part of the GOAT debate now. It's like, come on, man. I mean, listen, I don't care who you pick, but sound smart when you're making the picks. Don't sound stupid. Yeah, but Any more thoughts, or we could just transition to?
I don't think we need to give Nick Wright any more
Yeah,
attention.
Nick Wright. Yeah, Nick Wright. You're super bozo nerd. Now
Sound like a book.
Oh yeah.
Nerd.
Oh yeah. Let's go into the current events now. Lakers 2020 champions. How y'all feeling, Lakers fans?
Feeling great.
Oh man.
Yeah. During the bozo of the week last week, I kind of gave it to your guys, Markeith and Danny Green. I kind of.
It was deserved.
Yeah, it was deserved. But that next day, y'all won the championship. So I was like,
yeah,
I'll put this episode on a Monday talking about I'm bashing them and they won the championship. So but I mean, y'all deserved it. It was well deserved. I'll say. You know, I don't know if y'all will repeat, but hey,
you gotta see what the team look like next year first.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Like for me, people, like I was saying in the group chat, people over here talking about, oh, the Lakers should do this. Bruh, hasn't even been a week yet. Like, can I sit back and enjoy the first championship I've got to experience in 10 years, in a decade, bro? I was a freshman in high school the last time the Lakers won a championship. I'm like, let me sit back and like not have to worry about anything. Just celebrate, bask in it. And then, you know, once we know, we don't even know where the offseason's going. We don't know when all of this stuff, we don't know when the season's going. Actually, I think they dropped a date, but regardless, like, let's take our time, sit back, enjoy it. See all the people who were saying that, oh, our team wasn't good enough. Oh, the Clippers are better than y'all. Oh, the Bucks are better than y'all. And then see them flip and be like, oh, of course y'all gonna win. LeBron. Look, I just like to see it all. Just take it all in. just see all the haters out there and just sit back and relax. You feel me?
So you just watch it, just peep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I took y'all to win it. I never was with the whole Clipper hype. I just was like, what has Paul George done in the past 3 years for y'all to think as soon as they have Paul George and Kawhi, they're going to just win the championship? I just didn't understand it. But yet again, media. But, I took y'all to win. AD did his thing. You know, the guys that y'all were KCP, who was slander for about a year, decided, I'm not taking y'all. Y'all going to respect me.
To be fair, that first year, he kind of deserved it a little bit. He wasn't playing because when he was on the Pistons and I heard the rumors, oh, he can become a Lakers, I was so excited because I thought KCP was about to be so raw. Then he gets here and he's on the court play. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it was like he had this like this thing in his head where he just be like, yo, I'm Jordan right now. And I'm like, yo, whoa. And then he went on house arrest. And I'm like, what is going on? But this year he hooped. Yeah. I gotta give him his flowers. Outside of the preseason, because preseason, I don't know what he was on.
Bro.
I'm happy y'all won this year. Just because, you know, of Kobe and everything that's been going on this year. So it was good just to see the Lakers win. You know? I think it was great to see y'all win it this year. I'm just hoping that this team up in Golden State don't try nothing stupid and become something crazy again. I won't be able to take it. I can't. It was good to see the NBA normal again, where it was like, dang, it's a debate. Even though people are overhyping the Clippers, it was just good to see, the Bucks. Maybe the Clippers. Maybe Lakers. It was good to have I don't want the conversation to be, who's stopping the Golden State Warriors? They're I just don't want that anymore.
And it was good to see the Heat in the finals. I mean, I know I was like, for me, my brother's a Heat fan. KP, he's a huge Dwayne Wade. He's a huge Dwayne Wade fan.
How was that household?
That makes sense.
How y'all not kill each other?
I don't know. But and then, you know, KP with his Heat, he was talking reckless, so I had to get back at him. But I actually enjoyed that Heat team. Jimmy Butler is a dog. Like I don't dislike that team, but we had to do what we had to do. I'm sorry it had to be them, but
Yeah.
it was just like people out here talking reckless. People out here talking about, oh, the Blazers are the scariest 8 seed in NBA history. What happened? Five games. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Who did we even play this? The Rockets. Oh, small ball. Y'all can't. 5 games. The Nuggets. Oh my goodness. 3-1, 3-1, 3. Do you not know who LeBron James is? Especially LeBron. I mean, LeBron, especially Javon. Oh, you don't know. This is where we won him. 3-1. What happened? 5 games. Like, at the end of the day, we had LeBron James. We had Anthony Davis. I don't know why people was trying to overthink this too much, or like, and I understand, but it's like you said, there's no super team.
Mm-hmm.
There was no super team, so like y'all was overthinking. We ain't losing to an 8 seed. Like,
no. But I do want to say, like, I feel like this Heat team did show like why LeBron James is LeBron James, because like Jimmy Butler played out of his mind. He really did. But his only fault is that he was playing against LeBron James, because LeBron James will do that game in and game out. That next game, Jimmy Butler was tired.
He was exhausted.
Tired. And that's no fault to him, because he really was doing like the best he could. And like you really can't get mad, because he's literally like effort plus talent, and that's what every coach wants. He just physically was not capable of like doing any more than what he was.
Yeah. Jimmy Butler, I mean, y'all know how I feel about Jimmy Butler. He got from Chicago days, he's got my respect. So what he was doing in Miami, I wasn't shocked. I'm like, y'all now hip. Y'all now hip to this. So the East, teams in the East, I like, I don't know if they'll come back, because there's this guy.
I think they will.
There's this guy called Kevin Durant and Kyrie too, but they also can have their issues, because some of the stuff they're saying.
How long do you think that's gonna last?
I think people are gonna be disappointed in that team.
Yeah, because it's not really KD. I'm worried about his second guy. His second guy.
I'm actually worried about KD. Like, yes, modern technology and everything is great, but he tore his Achilles. Like, Kobe's career essentially ended after he tore his Achilles. He was hurt every other game after that. Like, literally. Like it's not like, it's like you would almost rather tear ACL nowadays than tear an Achilles, because Achilles, like, you lose. Now the thing is, KD was never super explosive. He ain't never relied. He's just a smooth dude, so he still may be able to do it. But I'm one of the few people who I don't know if KD's gonna get back to that. Oh, is he the best player in the league level right away? It might, and if he do, I think it's gonna take some time.
Yeah, definitely.
I can see that, because that, like you said, that injury, when he got it, I was like, why would they why would this team let him? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would they let him go through this? You know what I'm saying? But I can see that. I mean, I do think eventually, maybe like towards the latter part of the season, he's gonna like catch heat. But I could see him struggling early on. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. For real. So let's get to this next one. Oh, this next one we were talking about a little bit. But now this GOAT talk. Do y'all think it's a little too much? Or do y'all think it's, fair and even and it's good? I want to see y'all thoughts on this whole LeBron Jordan and the GOAT talk. How do y'all feel about it?
I mean, I don't really feel like it's necessarily quote unquote necessary, but like I just feel like it's gonna happen, like regardless. Because like LeBron James is a like once in a generation athlete. You're not gonna walk down the street and see LeBron James. You're not. I don't care how good that kid is or what school he going to. You're not gonna see LeBron James. Probably not gonna happen. Well, I mean, we'll see with Zion. I don't think he's gonna be a LeBron James per se, but like he's also like another freak athlete. But again, just not of that caliber. People in like when he was in high school were advertising to LeBron James because they understood like this kid was just that good. So good that he was even being I think I might be remembering this wrong, but I think like even like early in his career, he's being advertised as like Kobe's rival. I forget. And
early in his career, or from what I remember, ESPN had him in so many commercials, like the King James, the Bernie Mac. Remember the Bernie Mac one?
Yeah,
where he was throwing, passing the ball to her. So they had him in a lot, and they were all calling him King James, the Bible and stuff. And I was just like, man, they really hyping this dude. But I think I never once heard him versus Kobe as much.
Maybe I was in my head then, because
I never.
King. Kobe was the king of basketball then.
Yeah, well, that's true.
I didn't start hearing Kobe and LeBron until, LeBron, probably his fourth year in the league, when he really started to like, all right, this dude is.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I
thought okay. I thought you were talking about high school.
No.
You're talking. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when he ascended, it was a conversation. But yet again, who else was hot at that time? It was Kobe, him.
I think at that time,
Tim Duncan, Dirk.
Yeah, but I think 2007 was LeBron's third year. I think at that time it was really Kobe, LeBron, because then the next year Kobe won MVP. Then we won the two finals.
Yeah, yep.
At that point, it was really Kobe versus LeBron.
Yeah.
But before then, it was really, to be honest, it was really wide open after Shaq left the Lakers and between that year, it was like, it could be anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, the NBA was wide open after Shaq left, honestly, because what was it? That East, the Eastern Conference at that time. Before those big three Celtics, that Eastern Conference was not like that.
To me, after Shaq left, I felt like he was like directly like aiming like to besmirch like Kobe. It felt like, because like what was it, a year after I think he left, they won that championship in Miami.
Yeah.
Was it a year after 2 years?
It was a year
because I think he got traded 2005. They won in 2006.
Yeah.
It felt like everything, like, or rather everywhere he was going, it felt like that team was just like aiming at the Lakers, even if they weren't like Kobe.
I will say this. Prior to LeBron getting like that because at first LeBron got media hype, it was positive. Prior to that, it was Kobe versus Shaq.
Yeah.
For a while, they would like they anytime Miami and the Lakers would meet, they would bring that stuff up all the time.
Feeding into.
Yeah, I had that first one. I think their Christmas Day game. I had that joint recorded on VHS.
I think we might have did too. I forget.
Yeah, I remember that game. I think the Heat won, right?
Yeah.
Heat won? Okay, yeah. I remember that game.
The whole...
Oh, go.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was going to say the whole GOAT talk, to me, it's going to happen. I partake in it. Because it's fun to happen, but at the end of the day, like, everybody going to decide that one of the two is the GOAT, and then we're just going to give them, like, a trophy or something? Like, they don't care.
No.
And I think, like you said, it's about if you're gonna have the conversation, let's have the conversation right. Because I'm like you in the sense that me personally, I think Michael Jordan was the greatest basketball player ever. LeBron number 2, right? But some of these Jordan heads be arguing, and I'm like, the argument don't even make sense, and I'm on your side.
Yeah.
And then just like Nick Wrights of the world, like Stephen A. Smith says something. And I'm just like, see, you can't think like that. And he was like, I don't care what LeBron does, he will never be better than Michael Jordan. And I'm like, all right. So you telling me if LeBron wins the next 5 NBA championships, he's not going to be better than Michael Jordan? Like, really? Like,
I think with Stephen A. Smith, I'm not trying to like be like defend him. I think with Stephen A. Smith, it's like those like he's just looking at it from a perfection thing. And he's seen LeBron's lows and Jordan's lows, and he's seen Michael's highs and LeBron's highs. So he's basically saying, Michael ain't like, no disrespect to LeBron, but Michael didn't have the lows that LeBron did. So in his eyes,
I get that.
He will never even if he wins 6, which is stupid. I'm not agreeing with that. If LeBron wins 6 straight, obviously, come on.
Yeah.
But in his mind, But in his mind, he's like, I just never saw Michael look low. So I will never, and I don't agree with that thinking, but that's just.
I think the person who actually like when I heard this, I was like, I'm gonna take your stance on this. And this is the last person I expected to spit actual facts about basketball. But Max Kellerman, out of all people, Max Kellerman. But
what did he say?
He said, greatest peak, Michael Jordan. That the 90s run for Jordan was, you ain't gonna see that again.
No.
But LeBron has had a better career. LeBron has more than half of the time he has been in the NBA, he has made it to an NBA Finals. And so the only other person that you could probably throw in there is Kareem, because Kareem was ridiculous. That man was playing, and he was like 85 years old, still skyhooking people. But you'd have LeBron. If you want to say whose career would you rather have, 17 years, 10 NBA Finals, like 30, he's 35, 36 right now.
Yeah.
Still look like he can play another 5 years. All right, you probably want that. But if you're saying, all right, who do I want to be? Like, Michael Jordan was at the top of the world. Like, this man won Defensive Player of the Year and MVP in the same year. Like, that peak where it was like nobody can touch him. And that's ultimately why I sided with MJ on this. It was like nobody could touch this man. I always go back to, was it the 91 or the 92 finals when they played the Trailblazers?
Yeah.
And I was watching the whole pregame to that. And the whole pregame story was Clyde Drexler. Oh, is Clyde Drexler the second best player to Michael Jordan's best? Oh, are they? How close? This man held Clyde Drexler to like 6 points in the first half. And he guarded him. And I was like, all right, I ain't never. And he had like 30 in the first half. I was like, yo, okay. That's when I was like, all right, this dude is different. But I'm with you. Like, I don't like, for me, I'm a root for LeBron to be the best ever because he's on my team now. So I'm gonna need LeBron to just keep winning championships. I'm gonna be happy. I'll give it to him. He keeps bringing me championships. But it really don't matter. Like, if somebody tells me, oh, LeBron, even if somebody says Kareem, I'm like, all right, cool. Now, if you're talking wild, Wilt Chamberlain, then I'm gonna have to get you. But but if you bringing up reasonable arguments, I'm gonna be like, all right, cool. Yeah. Just think what you think, and it's cool.
Yeah, this at the end of the day, don't make your argument. Like, what I hate that these personalities do, like Skip and Nick Wright and all that, they say things in spite of the other guy.
Yeah,
and that's corny to me. If you're gonna say somebody is great or you think he's the GOAT, argue for your guy, but don't argue for your guy to discredit the other. Because that's when it becomes like I said, corny. You know what I'm saying?
Nick Wright said Michael Jordan was a loser.
Come on, look at my face, Michael. I wish Nick Wright was around in the 90s to say that, bro. Oh my God, I want Michael Jordan to hear. Michael Jordan here. If Michael Jordan heard somebody in the media call him a total loser.
It don't even make sense.
Just pray for the opponent has to go and they have to go see Nick Wright because that's 50 on your head for the next 3 games.
Why'd you say that, man? You see what he did?
Why'd you say that, man? Like, Michael Jordan is. I love Kobe too. I put him in the same category. These guys, they're built. You don't say that to them.
Yeah.
Leave him alone.
That's something LeBron doesn't have in him like that. Like, he can say LeBron's a loser all the time he wants to, and that's fine. But you say that to Kobe or Michael, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. You shouldn't have said nothing at all. Said nothing. Period.
Yeah. So I'll say this to like kind of end. I feel like whenever we have this, like I don't have a problem with it, but like you said, Deion, make reasonable points. Talk peak value. Because at the end of the day, I can't read, like, it's like I said, if I said LeBron didn't make the playoffs in his first 2 years, that's why he's not the GOAT. Really, like, or I say, oh, LeBron didn't go to the finals against Orlando, and then those early struggles are like supposed to happen in your career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's called growth.
Unless you Magic Johnson and Kobe. I'm just going to throw that in there.
Magic Johnson.
No, Lakers built different.
Listen, Magic Johnson, man, they basically gave it. How you come in the league with Kareem? How you come in the league with Kareem, bro?
Hey, I ain't complaining.
And then this man said, "Oh, Kareem out. Oh, bet. Let me get a 40 what? 40, 12 and what?
40, 12 and 8 or something like that.
Yeah, 40, 12
playing
and 8.
Center.
Playing center. Oh, crazy. But yeah, that's it for the Go Talk. Just be respectful, guys. Don't be like Nick Wright. Don't be like Skip Bayless. Just make your points make sense. But what up, Avery?
What is up? Sorry I was late. Just time management. What is up, Deion? I feel like I've been rude. I didn't want to get on, and I didn't want to cut you off your your. I'm not sure what it was.
No.
You good?
You just talking about Go Talk.
I got you.
Yeah, go. Michael Jordan, LeBron James. It's a.
Yeah.
As you know how that could go.
Someone who doesn't watch basketball, I know that much.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you straight. It's not. I was just saying, not to repeat myself all the time. If you're gonna have this conversation, make sense.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's a solid argument.
Yeah, but now we're gonna. This one I know Deion's gonna like this. Tonight, I actually may see Deion later today because I might go to Joe's place. Loma versus Lopez, Tio Lopez, tonight. Now I don't know if I could get too much from Avery or Chris. You.
I know Lomachenko, but I don't know Tio that much. Okay. I like right before I came on here, I looked up some of his stuff, and I had seen him fight before, but I've seen way more from Loma, way more. Mostly Devon, I think.
Yeah, Tio. Let me start.
Yeah, go ahead. Go get it out. Get it out.
I don't like Tio. I don't like anything about him. I don't like the way he talk. I don't like nothing about. He rubbed me the wrong way. He just I don't know. He just rubs me the wrong. He just talks crazy, and then like
you gonna preface it. Who he beat? He
beat my guy Richard Comey. He beat a Ghanaian brother. He did his. I give it to him, but
he's that guy. Okay, yeah. I do remember this conversation.
Yeah. He beat Richard Comey, but it's just like his mannerisms I don't respect at all. This man, his whole thing with Loma, like his father went to shake Loma's hand, and because he didn't shake his hand, I don't like you and F you and all this disrespect. I don't like Tio. And he's a good fighter, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything away from his skill. The guy can hit hard. He got a hand. So, but you're talking about Lomachenko. Lomachenko can dance, my guy. Lomachenko, if he does not take care, now, if you catch it, he has to catch him, but I don't know if he will. And I'm just thinking Loma will school him. That's my prediction. He will get schooled. Tio is going to learn. I'm not going to say Canelo versus Mayweather because that's a stretch, but Loma's going to put this boy to school. That's what I'm going to say.
My heart. I have, the day this fight was announced, I have been dreading this fight. I don't want this fight. Let me explain why. Vasily Lomachenko is the first boxer since I've been watching boxing since probably sophomore year of college is when I really, really like, obviously going with my dad, seeing Floyd fight when I was younger, seeing Oscar De La Hoya. But like when I started actually following boxing was probably sophomore year of college. Vasily Lomachenko was the first boxer where I'm like, that is my guy. Like, I will stand him for like the way he right now, to be honest, he's probably my favorite athlete in any sport. Like that is my guy. Then about 2-3 years ago, listening to a podcast, they talking about this young boy named Teofimo Lopez. I said, let me look up Teofimo. I see him, loved him ever since. And he is a Cowboys fan. Oh man, loved him ever since. These are two of my 3 favorite fighters. Take out Earl Spence. Earl Spence is my second favorite fighter, but he's not in his weight class. These are my guys. This is the present and the future fighting right now, bro. I don't need none of them to. Loma loses, my heart gonna break. Tio loses, my heart gonna break. But And so Javon, people have specifically Javon, but people been asking me who you gonna pick? Who you gonna pick? And I'm like, bro, I hope it ends in a tie. But Pete, is this dropping before the fight?
It's dropping before the fight. After the fight.
After the fight. All right. So all right. I might. I'm gonna drop my prediction right here on your podcast. Breaking news.
Okay.
Ha. I think Loma's gonna win this fight, and I think I have to roll with Loma. I can't. The way that I've stand him so hard, and the way I'm on record saying his feet are the greatest feat that I have ever seen in boxing. In terms of the way that he can just move is something like I've never. He took dance and fencing. Who do you know who does that? Who does that? His dad said you're gonna stop boxing, you're gonna be a dancer, and you're gonna take fencing. Like what? And
that's smart.
Tio, it was a phenomenal move. Tio, I love you. Tio, you are super. Like the way Tio closes distance, the way he did to Comey. Like I feel you, bro. Comey he's a Ghanaian brother, but what he did to him, and Comey is he's a good boxer. And I'm like, if he catches Loma, anything can happen. We know it's boxing. Anything can happen.
Anything happen.
I think Loma sees the disrespect. I think he is peeping everything. Like even in the weigh-in yesterday, the smirk he had on his face, I ain't seen from him since the Rigo fight. The Rigo fight, they was talking about, he's going to come up 2 classes. He could beat Loma. And Loma, that's where he got Nomaschenko from. He made Rigo quit in the corner. And he went on a streak of like 5 straight fights. We're making people quit. I don't know if he's going to make Tio quit. But that same look in his eye that he had then, I see it now. And I'm like, Loma, I'm rolling with you, bro. Don't let me down, Loma. You made me pick against my boy. Don't let me down, Loma.
Yeah, and I don't know as much about boxing as y'all do. But I'm, extremely casual fan. I just watch it if it's on and stuff. And when I used to go over to Javon's house all the time, I used to watch it over there too. So I'm very aware of Loma. And from what I've seen of Tio, and then again, we've already like talked about his previous fight with your boy Peter, and I seen that one. I seen that one.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't. At least from what I've seen, I can't really see Loma losing. I don't know. I can't.
Yeah. Chris, back to what you said, Deion. I don't like him even more. He's a Cowboy fan. Really? Really? Oh God. A Cowboy fan. Like the other Spence, I could stomach that from Spence because he's from Dallas.
My boy.
I could stomach that from Spence. It makes sense. You're from Dallas, but this boy is Tio is a Cowboy. Oh, maybe that's why him being a Cowboy fan and how Cowboy fans act. Maybe that's why I don't. Loma, I have Loma in the decision. Like I said, I saw it at the weigh-in and how he was serious. And Tio stood. He. I could tell. I could read body language. Tio ain't no slouch. He ain't back down. But I don't know, man. I think Loma's gonna school him. And it's gonna be a lesson. That's what my prediction is. But to switch gears, more on a global issue.
Oh, yeah.
SARS in Nigeria. What are your thoughts of what's going on over there? Because honestly, when I heard this, I wasn't shocked. I was not
just
shocked.
for clarification, could you tell the audience, our viewers and listeners, what SARS is as far as...
So they're part of the police force in Nigeria. They're anti-corruption and anti-armed robbery. But they've been actually doing the armed robbery and rape to a lot of females, males, and a lot of citizens.
Right.
Me personally being African and Ghanaian and living in Ghana, I'm not surprised because the government over there, even in Ghana, there's probably some stuff going in Ghana that we don't know that's similar to this. I'm not shocked. Not at all. I feel bad because it's one thing to be black and then go through what we're going through in America with all this injustice and all of this. And then for it to come from your own people doing it to you, and the stuff they're doing over there, kid you not, is worse. This isn't just a cop saying, oh, he tried to pull you over and then we had an incident and shot you. This is a cop robbing you like a armed robber and then raping you on the side and killing you. This is like some inhuman type stuff. So it bothered me, and I'm hoping that this, the protests could change some stuff, because Africa right now is just a mess. Any thoughts?
Oh yeah, I mean, like, this is kind of like what people, I guess kind of like what people were scared of, quote unquote. Like when they're saying like a boss of police, like, well, something like this would happen, right? No, I think this isn't something that happened overnight, and this is something that just probably been somewhere down the line, just ingrained in corruption. Hopefully, whatever step the U.S. take, it doesn't take a more corruptive step. In fact, it's like I guess a parallel, I guess you could say, of kind of like what's happening. Of course, now what's happening over here, like you said, is not nearly like what's happening over there. Like that's just straight up blatant. Like it's a known thing.
Yeah.
But I don't even really know what to say. It's just all I can really say, I guess I just send my prayers out to them and just do whatever I can do and just learn up more on it, because I think like literally like right before you sent it to me, or sent that we're gonna be talking about this, that I had just seen an article about it. I just kind of just like shell shocked from there, and I try to learn more, and I'm still trying to learn more. It's just a lot, you know.
For me, like you were saying, Pete, like growing up in the households that we did, and I'm sure your peoples played the African news in the background, so you would hear and you just know, like
MPP, NDC.
Yes, and you would hear just all this stuff that's going on, and then specifically like with Nigeria. And so while this SARS thing might just be like the latest thing that's happening, they have been corrupt for so long. And Ghana was like this too. Like they are just recently now, getting themselves together. But like when I was in Ghana this past winter, it was like there's people fleeing from Nigeria because their government is just so bad. Like, and so to see like you were saying, is like, it's sad, but it's not necessarily surprising the way that things are going, because it's been like this for a minute. And it's like you were saying, like, and it brings up another thought that I have, like, there's a lot of people are like, oh, we should just go back to Africa. And I'm like, look, I love my people, but if you haven't been to Ghana, you haven't been to Nigeria, you haven't been to Congo, you don't know what you're asking to go back to. Like as bad as things are in this country right now, we are still 20 times more fortunate than the majority of the people over there in terms of what we're dealing with. Because like you were saying, like these cops in Nigeria are pulling up to people's car and robbing them. Like, like it's like, what are you gonna do? And it like you're saying, like there's not much in terms of what we can do from here doing there and sending our prayers, because it's the government that is, they have to find a way to get rid of that government that's over there, because it's just so bad.
It's literally going to be like people taking the power back, because like I'm assuming like the whole like SARS was put in place to like try to get rid of corruption, and it just actually had like the opposite effect, and that's just literally worst case scenario.
I think a lot of these issues with Africa just stems from, one, a lot of these countries are young. They just got their independence 50, 60 years ago.
Yeah, which is another thing people don't take into account.
They don't take into account. It's kind of like with us. We in America, civil rights has only been 50, 60 years. So we still have a lot to overcome. And then a lot of these people that are put into office, you got to know historically, they have had influence from the British, the Americas, and they put certain type of leaders in place to control them. Hey, we're going to let you do this, but if you do this, we have to come into your country and we can build this. Do you know in Ghana, China
I was about to go there.
China has clubs where black people can't enter.
The amount of Chinese people that I saw in Ghana when I was there, I was like, what? China has a huge influence in Ghana.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, China's actually been pulling out of Africa as far as building infrastructure and building relationships there. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be interesting what happens in the next 10 years as far as its effect on society.
Yeah. And I'm glad you told me that because I didn't know that. But I think people are starting to see because what's going on, like a lot of these leaders, like Robert Mugabe, I'm forgetting some of them, but this one dude who I forgot, he was a cannibalist or something. He was a cannibal. I forgot his name. I forgot it. I think Armeni something.
In Egypt?
No, not in Egypt. It's I think it's in either Congo or his name is slipping my name, but a lot of, just to make my general point, a lot of these leaders were put in place by the powers that be, these big countries, and it's just to control them, and the people, they don't care about the people. You know what I'm saying? So until we break hold of a lot of like the influence that these big countries have on these countries, this is going to continue. Sadly. Now, that's just how I see it. Because a lot of these leaders, they do not care about the people. I know Deion has probably heard this. Oh, NDC, oh, NPP, this guy did this, and this guy stole this land, and this guy was supposed to build this over here, and he didn't build it. And this road, half of this road is fixed, and this half is not fixed. What is going on? Where's the money going? That is an everyday thing in Ghana.
Do you know how much Ghana got back from the year of return?
How much?
Over $1 billion. Tell me if I'm lying that, and I hope it's not this way. If I go back next year, it's gonna look the same.
And it's like look just the same.
Where's the money going?
I didn't mean to be Dr. Umar there, but now, I mean, it's just the truth. I just can't. I have to break hold. But let's continue before I get too crazy over here. Kanye's Mr. West. Mr. West. Yeah. Did y'all see the Kanye campaign video?
Nah.
I'm not even sure I want to watch it. It's gonna make me like mad. I'm gonna laugh at it first, but I can't believe this is the guy that I was listening to 15 years ago on College Dropout, and I'm just like really getting his message, like this is Kanye, and now he's running for president, and I'm just like, what's going on, my dude? Like, I can't, you know what I mean? Like, his campaign video is a little, I haven't seen it yet, but I get the feeling that's going to be not just about what I expect.
Yeah, what was well, I'm sure it was wild, but like what was it exactly? If you could describe it to me.
He sounded very intelligent, but it's just like the fact that he has a campaign video and thinks he's going to actually win.
I did he's on some ballots. I did hear that in some.
Yeah, he's on the Maryland one.
Yeah,
he's like a write-in on it.
I'm just saying,
as of the 12th,
he was a movie star.
Like, okay, because I think for Kentucky they did I think they did a trial for the votes,
and
this man got excited. Oh, I'm leading. Come to find out, it was just a trial. It wasn't a real thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, we don't have to take too much time for this. I feel like, man, stop it, bro.
Stop it. I just feel like like if anything, like this will feel like troll culture, like like how people voted for Harambe, but now there's actually
Hennessy.
Yeah, and Hennessy. Thank you, exactly. Like now they have
no homo pause. These nuts was actually writings for people.
You don't have to say no homo for these nuts. You know.
Yeah, this
Still, you know, but you know what we're saying. These nuts literally can't be elected, Peter. It's not. It's a phrase.
Okay, these nuts was an actual thing people were writing in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just hope for me, it's just like I just want this brother to just sit down, man. Like what do you do? Like, there's no way you can be the president, bro.
No,
ain't no like what?
Not this late in the game. He can't. Not this late.
And it's like
I would say it's impossible, but you know, Trump literally just came in and did it. And fair, I guess, which shows you like literally anybody can't come in and be president because he just kind of.
Yeah, Trump did, but like you got to know Trump has connects.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just like saying though, like you like he didn't have any like prior political standings, I don't believe. So that's what I'm saying. Like he literally just came in like I know he has clearly more money than we do, so and clearly more connections, but like just as an actual like resume, like technically
political resume,
like political resume, he came in no more qualified than we would.
Okay, yeah. I don't want to stick too long on this Kanye thing. Kanye, my brother, if you ever see this, please get some help. You know what I'm saying? Like talk to do something for your health, for your mental health, because you're not making the right decisions. But I didn't add this to the outline, but there was some backlash since we're speaking about rappers. Ice Cube.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Because I thought how Twitter reacted to that was really stupid. It was
so stupid.
Stupid. What are your thoughts, if any?
I mean, nothing really. Like you saw my first reaction because I was like, "What the heck?" I sent that post to you.
Yeah, they almost got you.
I was like, "Okay." So I'm just like he's very anti like politician and everything, and just all of a sudden he's just like, "Nah, I'm with him." Like that didn't make sense to me. So I automatically freaked out.
Yeah. I feel at the end of the day, like whoever's in power, Black people, we have to talk to these people and try. So Ice Cube talking to Trump's campaign is not a bad thing.
No, not at all.
It's actual. You have to engage with those people. That's just what it is. Like I don't care if it's a Democrat, if it's a Republican, you have to engage for stuff to happen for you. So if they wanted to, but what I didn't like is that they use this as a political tool.
Yeah.
And then like Black Twitter. Sometimes y'all don't like grasp things quick. Y'all are just quick to just go at Ice Cube. Oh, he's with Trump. No. Like read between the fine lines before you start reacting. But
I don't even know if it was necessarily fine lines. Like I think he was very clear on what he was saying. He said, "I'll work with the Democrats on this. I'll work with the Republicans on this. Let's try and find a solution."
Yeah,
it's that simple. But I don't know why. Like as soon as you hear that, it's like your first thing is to say, "Nah, Ice Cube, he with Trump." I'm like, is that what you took from that?
And like that's the problem. You know what? Sorry, go ahead. I'm not trying to bring up some philosophical, political debate or whatnot. So go ahead.
I just felt Ice Cube. How they dealt with Ice Cube was really foolish. But yet again, I don't have a problem with him engaging. You know, the contract with Black America, and then also, and someone called me. That's why I froze.
What happened?
That's why I froze. Yeah, listeners, I froze for a minute. Somebody tried to call me, but I don't have a problem with the contract of America. It's a contract with Black America speaking with Trump. At the end of the day, you have to talk with those people. So, yeah. But speaking of Trump and whatever, what are your thoughts for this next presidential debate? Because I think it's next. I think this coming week they're going to do
I'm
it.
not sure that they're having another debate.
I thought they canceled.
I think they're supposed to have 3, and I think they canceled the second one. But I saw something on the Today Show like a couple days ago saying that they are, as of right now, still on pace to have the last one. But I'm not.
Right. Like, I thought the town hall was supposed to be in the virtual debate.
Yeah, because like I think the whole like big thing now is like neither one of them will like say like the last time that they tested negative for COVID, and now I think Biden even has somebody in his camp who's tested positive.
Yeah. So Kamala, sorry, not sacrifice, stopped all live showings. Because people caught it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, for the next before the next presidential debate, what do you feel needs to be addressed more, if anything?
To be honest, I'm not really sure because watching the last debate, I don't feel like they really said much in anything. Well, at least like Kamala and what's his name?
Pence.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I almost said Fly Guy. But like honestly, like I feel like Kamala answered more questions than he did, considering he only answered like 2, really, fully. But I don't know. It felt to me, at least I guess being grown to watch the debates now, understand what I'm watching. It just kind of feel like 2 big kids and old bodies yelling at each other, saying nothing.
I mean,
that's what it felt like. Because like the moderator asks a question, they might answer a part of it, then they tiptoe around it, or if it's in their wheelhouse, they'll answer it fully. But it's like so like if the question's not specified to them, they're just walking around it. So if we could get some like I don't know if we could get half the questions answered from both sides, that'd be cool. I'd understand where they stand a little bit more, but I don't really have anything necessarily specific to ask.
Yeah, I mean, that the vice presidential debate, I wouldn't say it was similar to. It was more of like a calmer version of the first Bozo presidential debate that they had, where no one could talk. Yeah. Man, he's just like a calmer version of. He didn't let.
I mean, that's how the debate's supposed to go. Like you're supposed to be able to listen to what they have to say. It's up to them how they choose to answer the question.
But it's not about like them saying what they want to say. It's like one person can't because someone's over talking somebody.
Yeah, there's that. That's
you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
the whole civilness of it all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just the civilness, and I kept hearing Mr. Vice President Pence, Mr. Vice President Pence. Like I heard that like 50 times.
Yeah. So there's at least from what I saw, it's still much more calmer than that.
Yeah, it was definitely organized.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel for this next debate that if they have, I think Dr. Umar Johnson should moderate. That would be something of a comical show.
Oh my goodness!
I would just love to see. Just for my own entertainment purposes, Doctor.
So you want to see a 3-way standoff is what you want to see.
Oh my goodness,
brother Biden. No, Trump. Brother, let me speak. Like it would be so like, oh God. But I mean, but for real, I think this next debate. A lot of more important issues need to be addressed. You know what I'm saying? Because we're at that time where it's like, stuff needs to be addressed. Like what's going on in this country. I felt like the first time Biden didn't say anything and then Trump just was being Trump. You know what I'm saying? But I feel this next one, the important issues need to be like, COVID needs to be talked about way more. What's happening with the injustices in the legal system needs to be talked about way more. And Trump needs to disown certain people. I'm not going to get too deep into that, but he needs to, get rid of some rhetoric that he's promoting because it's getting scary out here. Like, I've heard that if Trump wins or if Trump doesn't win, there's going to be some, madness going on. So I just hope they can calm each other's bases down before this gets crazy. But for our listeners, please vote. Don't be like other people that are saying they're not going to vote. Because if Trump if somebody wins that you don't like wins and you complain, you have no right to complain. I'm sorry. Please go out there and vote. Yeah, but if y'all have any thoughts, nothing more.
I just not really. Not Chris.
No, I mean if you got some, say go ahead.
No, for me, all that. So I didn't watch it. Right, I had work in the morning. I'm like, I'm not staying to watch it. But then our group chat was blowing up. Like, are y'all watching this? And I'm like, there's no way. The fact that I got on Twitter, and I follow some conservatives on Twitter, I follow some liberals on Twitter.
Yeah.
Both of them were saying how bad this was. I was like, oh, this must have been horrible. I went on YouTube and I watched 15 seconds, and I was like, I'm not watching this no more.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing that I'm going to benefit from watching this. I'm not going to learn anything about anything. Like, I'm just going to sit here looking at, if I want to watch two grown men yelling at each other, I can go downtown DC and just go see something. Like I'm not going to gain anything from this. So like Chris was saying, like, I just want questions to be answered. Like, regardless of how you answer them, let me at least hear what you're saying so I can know. But if that's not the case, they really don't need to have another one if they just gonna do the same thing again.
Fair enough. Unless
they invite my man's Mr. Flyback. I mean,
yeah, he made the debate. He was the
that was hilarious. I ain't gonna hold you. That was hilarious. But yeah, we've gotten to that time. I think we hit everything today. We hit everything. I have another victim in my this or that. Any guess? I'm gonna make it a challenge, like to get that same reaction I got from Jove and Deion. I'm making sure everybody
that hurt.
This or that to them. So, Deion, what can they find you, bro?
Find me on Instagram at Demo24, DMOE24. Find me on what is my Twitter name now? I don't even know. Find me on Twitter. I think it's what? Deion Most, maybe? I don't know. If y'all want to check out our older episodes of our podcast, we're at the Cuttin Deep podcast on Instagram, YouTube, wherever y'all listen to podcasts. Actually, I don't think we are. I think we on Spotify, Apple.
You're on Apple, though. That's why I listen to y'all.
Yeah. And YouTube. But that's all I got.
Okay.
I don't be doing TikTok and anything, so I don't got that.
We're adults in here. Shout out Gerard.
Yeah, Gerard comes back. He be always on TikTok doing something funny.
Yeah.
Out of the Berg. So you can find us on YouTube now. We've been there for the past 2-3 weeks now.
Something like that. This will be number 4, I think.
This will be number 4. So yeah, we've been on YouTube for about almost a month now. Please subscribe to our channel. We're gonna have these episodes every week. You're gonna see my face. You're gonna see Avery. You're gonna see Chris, and you're gonna see more guests like Deion. So stay tuned. And if you don't want to see our faces, you could always listen to us on multiple platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts.
You can find us on live. He's going to name them all. You can find us on live. You can Google us too, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all Googleable.
We're like I don't know why, but we're the second outcome, I think, right now for Out of the Berg. I don't know how many Out of the Bergs there are supposed to be out there, but we are the second.
Yeah, we're hot right now. So please follow and please like, comment, and most important, subscribe to everything we're on. Now, Chris, where can they find you?
You can find me at Chris Kelly57 on Instagram. You can find me at BigChris_57 on Twitter, I think.
Avery.
I never remember.
You can find me, Avery Cooper, at on Instagram at KOOPA.
And you can find me at Kofi Peter _ on Instagram and on Twitter.